Hello guys, in the previous session we have learnt about different classes available in the regex package, and in this session we are going to learn how to implement it through code. So let's get started. Now see this, I have created a project with name regex, and inside that I have created a package which has 3 Java classes. Now if you don't know how to create a project, a package, you can hit on the I button above and go through that video. Okay, now see this, inside the class I have defined few lines. We are going to see each one of them sequentially. Now see this, I have created a pattern which is matching a 10-digit number. Okay, now how to implement it through code? Pattern p equal to pattern.compile. So here we are going to compile our regex. To copy the regex that we have written in the regular expression section, we can hit on this button which will copy it there. Now our regex is placed. Now we need to put our text. I will copy this and I will place it here. Now this is one way of compiling and matching the regex. There are other ways also. You can do it even in a single line. Now say this, pattern.compile, which means here we need to put our regex and here we need to put our text. I am putting 11 digits here. Now there is one more way, pattern.matches directly. Now I will place my regex here and I will put the text here. I can add a system.out.println here. Now we will run this code in debug mode to see what is happening in each line. Let's put a debug point. It will ask to switch the perspective. I will switch it to debug perspective and I will start the debugging. Now see this, we have given the pattern and we have given the text. So we have learnt about this pattern function. It returns the regex that we have given. Now when I will hit the next button, it will go to the next one and it will print the regex that we have given. So we gave this regex, that's why we have got this. Next is m.matches. It checks whether the given regex is matching the pattern we have given or not. So we will give the next. Now it returns true, which means whatever regex we have written is matching with the text that we have provided. Now see in this one, we have given a 11-digit number. Now if we go to the next line, it will give a false. Why? Because we have restricted it to match 10 digits, but here we are having 11. So it gave a false. Now we will go to the next one and it gave true because here we gave the 10-digit number. Okay. Now you must have noticed that while we copied the regex, the single slash got converted to double slash. Now what this is happening is, whenever we run the program, one of the slash gets removed and we gave double slash to ensure that one of the slash is remaining to skip the special character. So that's the reason why when we printed p.pattern, it printed single slash and d, not the double slash. Okay, now I will switch back to the Java perspective and I will move to the next example. I will terminate this program. Now here we are going to see the concept of grouping. Let me go to the QuickRex. Now if we want to extract what has matched the string that we have given, we can use the concept of groups. So let me write here name colon NKS Academy, and the regex will look like something like this. Name, we will write a generic regex. Now this braces that I have given, it is called groups. So I will write here /w and then give a plus. We are having a space here, so I will give a /s again /w plus. So you can see now groups are showing 1, which means there is one group in the regex that we have made. Now we will try to run it through our code. Let's copy the regex and the text. Now I will save the program and I will debug it. Let's move to the debug perspective. So you can see here the first thing which I am doing is m.find, which means I am trying to find whether the given regex is matching the text which I have provided or not. So I will go to the next line and it is matching, so it has came here. Now m.start, we have read about this function, it will give the starting index which is 0. Next is m.end, it will give 17. We are having 16 characters here, it will give the next offset, so it is 17. Next is m.group count, how many groups are there in the regex, it will return that. So we are having one group, so it will return 1. Now see this m.group1, which means we are trying to access what is there in the first group, and it has printed NKS Academy, which means this was there in the group. Now see this, I will remove this one and I will give only group and I will save this program. I will terminate and I will run it again. Now see, it will print 0, 17, 1 and it is printing the whole text, not the group that we have made. So it returns the complete text on which we have applied our regex. Okay. Now let's move to the third example. I will switch to the Java perspective and I will go to the third example. Now we will change the regex and I will change the text also. Suppose I am giving tutorial here and I am giving regex. I am writing a regex to capture this tutorial /s and then in the group /w plus. Okay, now it is matching regex and it is having one group, one match. Now I will try to implement it through code and I will paste the text here. Now let's debug this code. I will click on the debug button and I will switch the perspective. Now you will see when it is trying to match the find, I'll go to the next line and it is coming out of this loop, which means it is not able to find anything, but our regex was able to match in the quick rex. Now why it is happening like this is, you must have remembered we enabled the global variables, which is not enabled in the code. That's why it is not matching. You can see here we have given capital T and in the regex we have written small t. That's why it is not matching. Now to do that, we need to enable the global flags here also. To do that, as a second parameter, we can pass the flags. So this is case insensitive, and one more we enabled, that is .all. However, .all is not required in this regex because we have only used the property of case insensitive. Okay, now let's run this code. I will run it in the debug mode. I will restart it. Now we can see when I'm doing m.find, it is matching and it is printing the first index as 0 and end as 15, group count as 1 and the group as regex. So I hope you were able to understand this. I request you all to practice more and more. Try different flags, enabling, disabling them, and see how is the result being affected. That's all for this session, and in the next session we are going to work on a file which will have multiple texts, and we are going to extract data from that file.